What's going on, beautiful jellyfish? It's Tracy. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to move my hydro flask so it's a little bit away from my mic. In today's video, I wanted to kind of do, I would say, like a second part a little bit of my video that I filmed a little bit ago. I think I called it comparative culture, or like stop comparing yourself to others and whatnot. And I kind of wanted to do a follow-up video on that because something had like come up. And basically, I had been scrolling through Twitter, and I hadn't been active on Twitter for very long. And then this morning I had opened up Twitter, and the first thing that I saw on there was that someone had gotten into like the Twitch partnership program. And I saw it and I was like, and I just like immediately X'd out of it. And I was just like, I don't have any desire to see that. And I think why I wanted to film this video and why I wanted to like talk about this is because I realized that so much of what I see on Twitter is I just hit 10,000 YouTube followers. I just hit 5,000 Twitch followers. I just top 8'd a Grand Prix. I just won a Grand Prix. And that is so much of what my Twitter is. And I feel like people are so hyper consumed in numbers and so hyper consumed in data and making sure that their numbers are all in order and all this kind of stuff. To be honest, I definitely lose track of this sometimes when I'm at work. I definitely lose track of my numbers and my data as well. And I definitely think with people in Magic, I've definitely noticed that as being a really big trend, is people being so consumed with these sorts of numbers and tying them to worth. And the reality is your worth is not tied to a number. Just because you get 8th place in a tournament or 9th place in a tournament, you don't quite get that top 8, that doesn't equate to your value. And I think the thing really that I want to say is, if someone top 8's a Grand Prix or someone hits 5,000 Twitch followers, I am so incredibly happy for you. That's amazing. Those are amazing victories. However, I think sometimes we get lost in, I'm going to call them big victories and small victories. So I'll give you an example. A big victory might be, and we'll talk about this in terms of Magic, I top 8'd a Grand Prix. That's a huge victory. A small victory might be, last Grand Prix, I got 1,000th place. And at this Grand Prix, I got 100th place. You might not be in the top 8, but clearly something has happened there where you've done something right and you're able to get 100th place, which is still amazing. And so I feel like this a lot at work. Is I remember being asked in my interview, and it was like, what are you going to do on your days that are really hard, where, you know, things are really challenging and everything goes wrong? And I was like, okay, well, let's just take a really, really, really bad day. You have 74 things that go wrong. There's at least one thing that went right. At least. And I feel like so many people, if you're in like a really negative headspace, you could be like, no, nothing went wrong. That's just not true. There is something great in every single day, even if it's really hard to uncover, and even if it's small. Like, that's the thing that I really want to hit home. Small victories. I had a small victory the other day. I was helping one of my kids pass a lesson she'd been working on, and it was a super small thing. I didn't really feel like I did a lot. I didn't really feel like I helped a lot, but she passed the lesson. And it's like, she did that. And it's like, that's amazing. Like, we need to celebrate those sorts of things. I think we get consumed in those higher up numbers and all that kind of stuff. And the reality is those small things are very important. And I think we need to embrace those small victories. And I think this reminds me a lot of, I had been watching videos a while back talking about, I guess just like diet culture, I guess, is like a thing, or just like flex culture. I guess not flex culture. I guess it kind of is a little bit flex culture, but people like posting about on Instagram like how fit they are and like their eating routines and all this kind of stuff. And I feel like people are trying to fit into like this picture perfect model. Like, okay, I'm just gonna wake up and I'm going to like, you know, have a bowl of oatmeal, and then I'm gonna have a banana, and then I'm gonna have a bunch of fruits and veggies, I'm gonna have a salad for dinner, and I'm never gonna snack, and everything's just gonna be like picture perfect and pristine. And the reality is well, that's not very realistic, I don't think. And I think for the average person, that's a very picture perfect sort of thing. And if you are doing that, if you are consuming salads every day for lunch, and you are having oatmeal for breakfast, and everything is super healthy, like, I'm so happy for you. But I think the thing is that I'm noticing more and more is my version of good, I guess, is different from everyone's version. So, like, for example, like, in health right now, I'm definitely the healthiest I've ever been in my life. I have the most energy that I ever have in my life. I'm working out more than I ever have in my life. I'm doing a variety of exercises. I'm eating the best. I've eliminated snacks for the most part, except for a couple of cheat nights a week. And I'm doing intermittent fasting right now. So I'm definitely the healthiest that I've been, and I feel that mentally. And I would say mentally I'm trying to get myself in this really like clear path as well. And I think part of what that looks like is anything that is making me feel really negative, I don't want to lean towards, because I am trying to be in a really like clear, positive sort of headspace. And I think right now scrolling through Twitter is affecting my headspace in a really negative way, and I just don't want to be a part of that. And again, I don't want to say, if you are posting about these accomplishments, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's amazing that you're posting these accomplishments. I just think what we need to do as a whole is appreciate those smaller things, where like if you're someone who's depressed and you got out of bed when you haven't gotten up 5 days before, that's a small victory. Like I don't understand why we don't appreciate those things just because they're not, I top 8 at a Grand Prix. Like those things are both valuable in their own sets of ways. They're just different. And I think it's one of those things where we're like, people are trying to compare, well, their small victory to a large victory, and it's just not really fair. Appreciate the things that you do every day that are small, that you've grown from the day before, and things have looked better from the day, rather than trying to compare your life to someone else's, which just isn't even truly fair. Like, for example, I'm doing intermittent fasting, and that works for me. That might not work for you. That's okay. You might be having a super healthy breakfast, and I think that's awesome. I don't think it's fair to try to compare everyone's lives, because everyone's doing the things that are best for them, and I think that's really all that matters. So this went in a very different direction than I expected, but that's totally okay. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and like took something like valuable out of it. I will list more about like the comparative aspect that video in the down bar if you guys are interested. If you haven't seen that video, I posted that a couple of months ago. So but yeah, like this video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll catch y'all on my next one.